Mom, get bent.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Ren Men Show, episode 52!
Wait. The what show?
The Ren Men
The who?
Show.
I think didn't they go to live with Sasquatch?
They went hunting.
Didn't they?
never
Like,
came
aren't they
back.
like with Bigfoot, or they're with Loch Ness? That's where they are, because they're as mythical
are.
as those creatures.
They are the Loch Ness.
But they're back, and we're at home. We're at my place. We're in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do when you need some comfort?
At home.
Head home. And that's where we are. And we want to bring you back into the fold and share with you what it is that we've experienced over the last several months.
Where to start? Where to begin?
Well, we last left you after a 300 workout, which, you know, it would have been fair to say, nearly killed us. And so, you know, it's kind of like we're back from the dead now, and we're here to share with you, man.
It's been a journey, man, to say the least.
Oh, it has. And honestly, we're going to be better for it. And there's no question in my mind that you are going to be better served as a result of the experiences that we've had over the last several months. We're going to be back. We're going to be back with some regularity.
Hopefully.
It's probably going to be a little more static, as in this kind of an environment where we are today. And that's honestly been as equally a challenge to us getting the show out, is not only what we're experiencing in our business lives, but also the fact that we lost MCE.
Yeah.
The man's moved on. He'd moved on for a while. He moved to Columbus there. He was doing big things and all that kind of stuff, but he was still traveling down on Wednesdays, spending quality time with us to help us produce the show. And then he said, sorry, Nara, see you fellas, peace, outie, don't call me, I'll call you. And our phone hasn't rung. You know, it's quiet. It's say, hello? Who? MC what? Hello? Oh, I haven't heard from the man. So anyway, we wish him well. He's doing great things. And this means that, well, we're going to have to self-produce, which is going to be me putting the camera on a tripod, hitting record, and we're just going to talk at you. So we're going to do our best to try to introduce some additional production value, but we're just now going to start talking to you from the heart, and it'll just have to be more engaging and quality content. Yeah. Less sizzle, more meat. Yeah. All right, so what's happened now in the last couple of months? What's happened?
Well, let's start out with everything but real estate. Let's go.
Okay. All right. So ticker number one, the Ren Auto Group.
The RAG closed. Gone.
What?
We sold every car.
Closed.
Finally, gone. I put on the post. We barely broke even every month, every week, every day.
And those were the days we were setting it on fire at break even.
Too many moving parts. You know, you get something, a fuel injector, anything, brake pad, whatever it is. We don't know because we're not mechanics. But it seemed to cost us $600 anytime something needed to be fixed.
At least, right? I mean, like the car ran out of gas, $600. It didn't matter, right?
That was our white meat.
Right.
So on to bigger and better things. Let's talk about the vending group.
Well, okay. Well, and the other thing I would want to say about the RAG is, to be clear, we are the ready, fire, aim mentality.
Yeah.
Okay? Sometimes it serves you well. Other times it doesn't serve you well. And I would say that it serves you well in your wheelhouse or passionate categories. In those areas where you're willing to overcome the challenges and struggles because you're so passionate about what's going on, because you're so enthusiastic about what opportunity there is within that arena or field or occupation or opportunity. That wasn't true for us in the cars, right? So when a challenge came through the door, we didn't greet it head on. We kind of ostracized a little bit, kind of put the head in the sand a little bit, or we just kind of delegated and allowed, you know, too much. There was way too much delegation going on in that business in its infancy.
Oh, sure. It was
whereas in the real estate, it's delegated now, but we met all of those challenges head on in the beginning, and we had sort of a paradigm for how we might suggest somebody solve that same challenge in the future.
Sure.
For the cars, we had no idea, and really it was just
all over the map.
Yeah, it was really a bad choice on our part to get involved in cars, though I'm thankful for having had the experience.
Yeah.
Okay, vending.
Ditto. Moving on. I mean, we sold all the machines. We've sold them on eBay. We've sold them other places. We sold them back to the couple of bars that they're already in the bar itself and said, hey, give us a couple $1,000 bucks.
You can keep the thing, and then you get to keep the whole enchilada.
Right. kind of the same thing. We had a good plan as far as wanting to expand and finding good bars.
We
the
had
problem
a
was,
brilliant plan
Yeah.
for how you could make vending machines passive.
Yeah.
Because there are going to be two requirements with regard to machines and bars: collecting the money and maintenance.
Yeah. We had collecting the money down.
Automated,
Yeah.
like boop, done. It was brilliant,
Yeah.
and no one else had thought of this before us, which is really a cool thing when you think about the relationship that we developed with a provider to collect that money.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, because we had machines placed in Kansas,
Yeah.
right, and we're in Ohio, so
to
you're
the
talking
dollar, yeah.
1,000 miles away from us is a machine that was creating money for us. But then,
It breaks.
yeah, the bag goes soft, or the arm doesn't come down, or the dollar bill collector stops collecting money.
Yeah.
How important is that? And then you get a phone call from a bar 1,000 miles away saying, "Hey, my dollar bill collector." How long would it take to fix a dollar bill collector if you were on location? If it were like right in front of you, 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Boop, it's an easy fix. In, out, done, see ya.
However.
Does the bar owner know how to do that? Does the bar owner want to be taught how to do that?
Yeah. I mean, he might as well own the machine if he's going to have to change
Right.
the bill
Exactly.
collector.
So what's it cost you to send somebody 1,000 miles to change a bill collector?
Surprisingly, $600. Just like the cars. Not a big deal.
It's a mystery number. It's like, boop, it's just out of thin
$600.
air. Hello. So there goes your profit from several months of
Yeah.
activity on that machine. Doesn't take long before all of a sudden, even though it's profitable, it's not profitable enough to warrant the time and headache that's going into that. We need to liquidate, move on.
Yeah, I think with the vending as well as the auto group, I think we could have done one of them well. But I don't think with the real estate and the vending and the auto group and the education group and the tropical flurries
And the videos.
Holy
Yeah.
cow, like it just became too much. It was so much easier just to be like, and push it under,
Yeah.
push it under the rug.
We're not quite Richard Branson yet,
Yeah.
right? So I mean, you can have these
Oh, you
myriad
definitely
dimensions,
can.
like you can diversify in that, but none of them were standing solidly enough on their own individual
Right,
feet
right.
to warrant the fact that you could kind of ignore or use the capital that one was creating to kind of make up the mistakes of the other. They were all just shaky enough that it was like, oh, you know.
They hadn't withstood the test of time, that's for sure.
No question.
So we kicked those to the curb. Like I said, we got rid of all those. So we're paring down, as you can see. The tropical flurry we talked about before, it's out the door.
It never was, really.
It was awesome from day one.
Yeah, I just that was one of those emotional decisions where it was like, you want this thing to work, you want to make it work, and you want to believe that you can make it work regardless.
Dumb.
Oh, no question.
Stupid.
Beyond.
Those are what those
idiotic. Idiotic,
Yeah.
right? And it was significant enough of an investment at the time that literally could have been someone's like life savings that they would have poured into that business.
Oh yeah.
And they could have lost it all. And I think that's why so often people are fearful in becoming entrepreneurs and putting a capital investment in an opportunity, is because
Out the door.
the reality is that you could lose it all,
Oh, yeah.
as we did
Yeah.
in that particular instance. So yeah, scratch it, see it. Video group, boop, scratch it,
Yeah,
see it.
no more
No more than that,
We don't
right?
embrace people.
Yeah, we don't embrace. We don't embrace. I can tell you that. So ZD has gone on to bigger and better things. He's setting Pop Tent on fire. It's like he's selling a new commercial once a week or something. It's just ridiculous. MCE going on and doing magical things in music videos and corporate videos and that kind of thing. And I'm going to be using the camera to create some income, but we're just not going to try to organize that as a company
Right.
through Embrace. Okay. Which brings us to real estate.
Renman Properties.
Okay. We're going to take a breath, collect ourselves, and then we're going to go into that in detail. Let's just get into it.
Okay.
Renman Properties, about 5 months ago,
Yeah.
roughly, we decided that we really needed to evaluate the performance of the portfolio, because we were evaluating all of the other companies, and because, frankly, we had become a little bit lax with regard to what was coming in on a monthly basis and what was going out on a monthly basis, right? Our houses were raping us on the repair side.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean,
yeah.
there's no question about it. And I know that's a very unpopular vocabulary, but it was just true. We found ourselves spending $20,000 more a month than the properties were bringing in.
Yeah, we were making a profit on the portfolio itself. And it wasn't 100% rented out. It was like probably 90 or 85, somewhere around there. So if you looked on it as a global scale, hey, you know, property A is making $10 a month, property B is making 400, property C is losing 200. Like down, you know, you added it up. Even at 85%, we were still making, you know, $5,000 or $6,000 a month.
Right.
So on paper, we should have been making money.
Yes.
Payroll, not 5,000 or 6,000. All the other things, repairs.
Oh.
It was terrible. We were
Unbelievable.
losing AC units. We were paying $2,900 water bills. We were just doing a bunch of crazy stuff that,
frankly, we had not anticipated on such a large scale with regard to this portfolio, because we're repairing properties so dramatically. We buy these distressed properties and we fix them up.
yeah,
So many of them, so much of the home itself has been replaced from the get-go.
Yeah.
So it's almost an entirely new home when we create it. However, our tenants have been really rough on properties occasionally, though that's not the rule. That's the exception.
definitely, yeah. But the exception kicked you in the ass.
Exactly, $3,500 at a time,
Yeah.
right? It seems that every time there is something out of the ordinary with regard to a property that needs to be fixed, the magical number in real estate, not $600.
We wish.
Not $600 like vending,
Yeah.
but about $3,500 to $4,000 per home every time there's an unanticipated major repair.
Right, and you would think, oh, these guys fix these houses up so that, you know, they put $20,000 in this house and it shouldn't need that.
Right.
We think that too.
Exactly.
However, it doesn't always work out that way.
Right, and unfortunately what happens is many of these houses were cyclically building up, and we would find 5 or 6 major repairs needed to be done at the exact same time. So now you're talking, you know, 4,000 times 5 houses, $20,000 in unanticipated expense that's going out the door on a monthly basis. And I thought, we went back again and said, how can this be? Like, how can we routinely be experiencing expenses on this level, this routinely, with such a small portfolio by comparison to what it could be?
Oh, yeah.
And is it something that we can anticipate happening again ad nauseum? Or can we get it under control and have a tighter budgetary kind of influence over the kind of money that's going out on a monthly basis? Well, we're finding it to be true that it's a blend of both.
Yeah, I mean, some months it's 20,000, some months it's 8, some months it's 4, and some months it's 30. And you know, we try to anticipate that, but you never know if an AC unit's going to go out. You never know what's going to happen. Like when you get a renter turnover, it could cost you $600, or it could cost you $6,000. And you could have a brand new home, they live in it for a year or 3 months, and they could tear it up. So it just kind of depends. And our system was set up to fail from the get-go. We didn't know this. 3 years ago when we first started this, it was a train wreck. I mean, we thought we were doing something that was great. We were building an empire.
No question about it. And we were. And really it all depends on what you want to evaluate as great, okay?
Right.
Because those properties will remain in our portfolio for a while until we choose to go ahead and liquidate those so that we can create better properties within the portfolio so that we can buy other inventory. And secondly, we're looking for stronger returns.
Yeah.
There is a program, and I wish I knew specifically the name of it, where Robert Kiyosaki and about 6 other real estate investors are sitting on this in this panel, and someone asks what kind of percentage return you should be looking for on your real estate. And one of the real estate gurus, it was a lady, said, if you can rent a property for 70% of the mortgage payment, that's a good return on your investment.
Yeah, the P&I.
Not even PITI and all that, right? And by her calculations, when you consider the tax advantages of being able to write off your interest on the mortgage and appreciation for a property, that can be a profitable investment. However, you're required to supplement that property on a monthly basis in order to make that investment. Okay? Kiyosaki comes out of out of his skin and says, "Are you kidding me? I want the property to make 150% of the mortgage payment." And so what we're doing now is that the properties that were newest in our portfolio are so outperforming the properties that were our initial investments.
Oh, sure.
That quite frankly, we're a little bit embarrassed by the initial investments we've made.
Right.
They're profitable
Right.
on paper,
Yeah.
even though on a cash flow basis they may require supplementation.
Yeah.
It's unacceptable.
Right. That's why it's a train wreck.
That's the bottom line.
And 150%, we don't even want 150%. We want like 300%.
And that's the thing that we've learned, is that we used to calculate and say that we needed nothing less than $150 a month, positive monthly cash flow, out of a property above and beyond the PITI in order for that property to be profitable.
Right.
And that's with no money down.
Yeah.
Okay? So, in other words, the easy math on that is our mortgage payment can't exceed $700 and our rent has to be $850 or more.
Right.
Okay? Bottom line, 150 of property.
That's what we thought.
That's, well, and that was our original criteria, and so that's all we were looking for, were properties that perform to that level or better.
Yeah.
We found a bunch of them, we acquired them, they're part of the portfolio. Not a problem until the expenses above and beyond your PITI exceed $150 a month, and then all of a sudden, you're having to write a check in order to remain an owner of that property. Now, Alan, starting from today forward, what does a property need to make above and beyond PITI, no money down, in order for us to be excited?
At least $400.
$400.
Yeah, at least.
$400. And if you should have come, you should be picking yourself up off the floor right now. You should be. You should be picking yourself up off the floor and going, men, those deals don't exist.
Right. Yes, they do.
In droves.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, I hate having regrets, and I hate like, wishing this and wishing that, but I just wish we could have started today with all the knowledge that we have. And that's what we're going to try to introduce to you guys.
And here's the story.
Knowledge as
here's
we
the
can.
story. We want to go out and acquire more properties. However,
We're stuck.
as much as we are already successful in having created a portfolio of 100 homes, we've met the capital limitations from our lender.
Right, and there's plenty of other money out there.
But we have to decide whether we want to be aggressive in pursuing that money,
Yeah.
or are our efforts at the moment better served by cleaning up what we have and then going.
Right.
I say both.
Yeah.
And so I say we are looking for partnerships, actively looking for partnerships who want to invest in our system, in knowledgeably knowing that we can create the kind of performance on an investment property that no money down, we can have positive monthly cash flow of $400 per property.
Yeah, yeah, and we're not talking a significant amount of money in
Exposure.
the home.
Right, that's the
So,
whole key, right? Is the exposure
well under,
per property.
Right, well under $100,000 per house.
Oh,
Well
beyond.
Under. We're not
Yeah.
talking $4 million homes where you make
no.
$400 a month.
No. That's
not
the
what we're
key.
looking at.
No, right. Yeah, and I guess that's the other part of it is that if you would look at $400 over what kind of exposure you have on a monthly basis, your mortgage payment on that property is going to be less than $500.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about an exposure of less than $500 for a positive monthly cash flow, 400 in excess of that. Those are strong and very acceptable numbers.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So we're going to go into detail over the next several weeks about some of these techniques that we're using, some of the very specific experiences that we have gone through over the last several months. But just to bring you up to date, we're back, baby. We're back. And we can't wait to be an active participant with you. We hope to hear from you. Ask us questions. We'll do our best to get back to you in a timely manner as it relates to those. Yeah?
Yeah.
We like that. We're just happy to be back in front of the camera personally.
are.
I mean, well, I hit record and it just felt like home, right? Despite the fact that we're in my kitchen, it just felt like home. So we're back, baby. And really, you want to talk about, have the Bryn Men done some big out-of-the-box challenges recently? There's no question about it. And probably the largest one, experience a $20,000 a month net loss in your business and rebound, baby, rebound. So we're kind of in the corner. We're kind of in the corner, and we're kind of waiting it out. We're letting our opponent exhaust himself, and we're going to come back with just one big right hook. It's going to land him on the mat. I guarantee you. Never bet against these horses. That's just the bottom line. Never bet against these horses. All right. Well, until next time.
Let's do it, boys.
Watch,
Learn.
comment.
Believe me, but I know what 4 inches is.
Yeah,